What's up, everybody? We are back for week number 13 of AGBOLC, Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Week 13 for us was the 11th of September through 17th of September. Like I mentioned last week, I'm doing this video a little bit early. It is Saturday morning, so we don't have anything scheduled for today. But my family is flying in, so I've got to go pick them up this afternoon. So usually I do these in the evening, but we'll get it done now. So week 13, this was our last full week here. Not a whole lot going on, but let's go ahead and dive into it. So Monday, 12th of September, we had our volunteer event. My class did it at Salvation Army, so we split up into two different shifts. First shift went from 10 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon, and second shift went from 2 in the afternoon until 5 p.m. So basically we just went down there and we helped kind of process through some donations, separating clothes and things like that. Nothing real strenuous, but you'll have to do a volunteer event and then a class social while you're here. So if you're coming here soon, be thinking about that. I don't see that going away anytime soon. It wasn't really that big of a deal. It's kind of, it got set up through our class PAO. So that was it for Monday. Tuesday, we didn't have anything in the morning, and if you're active duty, they didn't have anything at all. In the afternoon, all of the Reserve and National Guard went over to Strom Thurmond building, and we digitally signed our DD-214s, and we were given a copy of those. And that was really it for Tuesday. So nothing too exciting there either. Wednesday, again, didn't really have anything in the morning. In the afternoon, we started our end of course counselings. I was one of a few that went on Wednesday afternoon. So basically you get your class ranking, you get your DA-1059, which is basically showing that you've completed your PME, which is your course of instruction here, which is something that you'll need for your promotion packet. If you're guard or reserve, that has to get sent up before you can promote from second to lieutenant to first lieutenant. So that one piece of paper. But yeah, you receive your class ranking. You receive like your follow-on assignments. Basically the follow-on assignments that your instructor is suggesting for you. Generally, as an AG officer, it's going to be like strength manager, platoon leader, and battalion S1. So those are some things you can look at. I've already done the battalion S1 role, and my current role is an XO. So I'll have to go back and do some S1 time again to get my KD time, but the other part of that counseling was, I know I've talked a lot about peer evals. We did not get our peer eval results back. We will get those, we're told we'll get them on graduation day. The only portion of those that we got back, we were told how many people in the class would or would not go to war with us, which was the last question on the peer eval. I guess if that's something that you're looking forward to finding out, you'll get that information. So that was really it from Wednesday. Thursday at 08, the rest of the class started doing their end of course counselings. They were slotted for every 15 minutes throughout the day, and I think they wrapped up at like 3:30 or 3:40. So that was the extent of Wednesday and Thursday for the most part. And then Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, we had our class social. We did it at Savage Craft Brewery, which is a pretty cool little spot. Not saying you have to have a class social there, but if you're here, go check that place out. It's actually a pretty cool little place. So at the social, we presented our instructor with our class gift. So if you're not thinking about that, start thinking about it. They put a lot of time and effort into it, and they're away from their families while they're doing this stuff too. So obviously they care about your success. So it's always nice to show something in return to them. Friday, we didn't have anything. Nothing on the schedule. So like I said, we're kind of the exception rather than the rule, whereas our class had an entire extra week, so we had a lot of white space to fill. Obviously, you can't fill that white space all the time, so Friday was just kind of a recovery day, relaxed day, whatever you want to call it. I can tell you, like, I've spent the week kind of packing some last minute things, kind of getting stuff put away that I don't need anymore. So yeah, and then as far as today, my family flies in this afternoon, my wife and my kids, so I'll go pick them up from the airport and hopefully go do some fun stuff around Columbia. And then tomorrow, Sunday, we'll just kind of hang out, see what they feel like doing. And then next week, Monday, we'll have graduation rehearsals. We're going to clean up our classroom, get any last minute information that we need. And then Tuesday's it. We'll graduate and we'll get on out of here. I'm sticking around South Carolina for a few days. Me and the family are going over to the beach. So who knows? You may get my last video about AGBOLC from the beach, or you may get it when I get back to Kansas. We'll see. Depends on how much fun I'm having. But I should also note that during this last week, we kind of took some time to get our ASUs ready, or AGSUs, whichever you have. Make your last minute changes to those. So you can wear whichever one you want, ASUs or AGSUs. If you have the ASUs and not the AGSUs, I mean, start piecing that thing together. Obviously, there's going to be a wear out date on the ASUs. However, if you have both, you have to update both. If you don't have the ASU and you only have the AGSU, it's one less uniform you have to buy stuff for. However, just be mindful of the fact that the ASU does still exist. It'll exist through the end of, I believe, 2025 or 2027. I'm not 100% sure on that date, but it is still something that you can be required to wear to events. So you may end up with both of them anyway. But that's really it for week 13. I'm not really, I don't got a whole lot more to talk about. So we all just kind of finished things up and got things ready to get out of here. Active duty, they kind of started making sure that all their travel was good. Some people were shipping their vehicles. I know we've got a couple that are going over to Korea, one that's going to Alaska, and then a couple that are going to Hawaii. So getting things transferred for household goods, vehicles, family members if they're going with you, all that. And unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of information on all that because I'm not active duty. But they pretty much walk you through the process. They'll give you time to go over to travel and get that stuff taken care of. They're not just going to keep you busy and let you fail. So, yeah. Like I said, if you guys have questions, comments, concerns, drop them below. I'll get them answered. If you guys can think of anything that I didn't cover that you want to know more about, feel free to ask. Other than that, I mean, that really kind of wraps up my experience here at AGBOLC. I will be back for the graduation video. It's not, I don't think it's going to be anything long. I think any of us that have been to a graduation of any sort for the military kind of know what to expect. So, but yeah, I'll be back, make another video on it. And until then, I appreciate you guys watching. You can like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And we'll see you next time. Later.